Hey everybody, it's Carly. Why am I laughing? Hey everyone, it's Carly and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be me reading the City of Bones book by Cassandra Clare. I was originally going into doing this video back in November, and I was going to be doing it where I read the entire Mortal Instruments series, but I'm already in the third book in, and I didn't film any of me talking about the second book, and I haven't filmed any of me talking about a third book, so I kind of ruined my own plans for this. My goal was to obviously do the entire series in one video, but that's not going to happen. I'm just going to be uploading this video of me basically taking the entire year of 2019 to read City of Bones, and this has been going on for a while, and I compiled everything in past vlogs to put into this video, and it's probably gonna be a mess, but I'm excited because this is one of my favorite series now, and I loved my reaction to the first book, and it may have taken me a long time, but I finally fucking finished it, so that is that. So basically just get ready to see Fetus Me and the many times I've changed my hair.
I am here to announce that I've already finished City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and I finished it yesterday, which was not December. I finished that on November 29th. So it took me all year to basically read City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Now, I will be incorporating clips from vlogs that I have filmed of me talking about this book after I film this part, because I have already read this book, so I came up with this idea after I had already finished the book. So
let's just get this video started.
And then we have City of Bones, book number 1 by Cassandra Clare, the Mortal Instruments series, and I just gotta try it just so I know if I'm actually gonna continue on the series. So let's get this going. Okay, so the first book that I'm gonna be starting off with is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. This has 13 pages for chapter 1, I think. So that's a pretty big chunk, and kind of scared. Let's do this. Okay, so I just read chapter 1 of City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and honestly, I didn't hate it. This is my first fantasy book that I've actually read into, and I didn't hate it. It gave me supernatural vibes, and I'm definitely going to continue it. I think I definitely would continue it. We basically just got to meet Jace, Clary, and Alec and Isabel, and basically I was kind of confused, but thankfully Cassandra Clare kind of made it easy for me to understand, since I've never read this book before. I don't know what Shadowhunters are, demons are, Mundies are, like all that kind of stuff, so they kind of made it easy for me to like jump into it and know who everybody is. So I like that part of it. I definitely want to continue reading it. Like, I kind of want to continue reading it after I did this video. I actually am like surprised that I actually like this. And the book that I'm currently reading right now and really enjoying more than my classic books is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. And yeah, this is something new for me, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm on chapter 3, literally just started chapter 3, page 37. And I'm actually really enjoying it. I even started to annotate. I started to annotate it. So green is like informative information. So I started doing like character annotating. So for green, I have written like the characters that were introduced, and just so I can go back and if I forget what a character is, or to see what like if they're main characters or not, just like kind of help to keep up the plot and like the book and stuff like that. Just because like, I don't know, for some reason I'm really caring about annotating this book so much right now. Like, I just want to dive in and just annotate the fuck out of it. Even have a Sharpie and a highlighter and a pencil to write and highlight and all that kind of stuff. Like, I never go that far above and beyond with my books when I come to reading and annotating them, but for some reason I want to do that right now. I wanted to read City of Bones, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna keep reading City of Bones and lay in bed. I'm actually really enjoying this right now. Like, we just met a lot of characters. We got to meet Clary's mom, and my battery's dying, so I have to charge my phone, charge my battery while I read. But we just met Clary's mom, we met Eric, we met Luke, and like, we're just meeting everybody, and a lot of things are kind of starting to progress. They're talking about going on a vacation right now, but like I have some ideas in my head that I think what the vacation might actually be. For those of you that have already read it, you know, obviously better than I do, but I just kind of have a few think-a-dinky thingies in my head of what it could possibly be. And I'm on chapter 5, I think, page 6 61, and shit has gone the fuck down since chapter 3. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning more about fantasy worlds than I've ever thought I would have before, and there's already character growth with Clary, which is so, you know, great already, and I like Jace so much. I just imagine that he's a very cute, like, guy. I don't know how to explain it. He's not a demon, so a cute shadow hunter. My bad. And I don't know. I'm guessing that this is him on the cover. Ooh, I'm guessing that's him on the cover because he has like goldenish, bronzy hair or whatever Cassandra Clare said about his description. I don't know. So far, I really am enjoying this. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like everything, there's just so many things up in the air on what could happen with this book. And like, it's really good so far. Like, I'm actually really surprised. Like, I don't want to put it down. And I made like a pretty decent dent. Yeah, okay, nice try. Barely a dent, but I'm excited to keep reading this for the weekend. And yeah. Also, Scribd sucks ass because it doesn't have City of Bones on there. And if it is, it's not even the correct one. And YouTube is no help either because it's not right either. And I'm gonna be reading. I'm gonna try and read for a little bit because I have not picked up City of Bones in a grip. It's been like 2 days since I've last read. Okay, so I just got to chapter 7 of City of Bones, which I'm almost on page 100, which is really nice. I made a pretty good dent actually, which looks really good. And I have this much left to read. My book choice is City of Bones, obviously, because I need to make a bigger dent in it. Like, that's pathetic. Continue reading City of Bones. I'm obviously not going to finish City of Bones in time for my wrap-up tomorrow, but I'm still going to keep reading it, and maybe next month I'll end up finishing it. I'm just kind of taking it slow pace. I'm not trying to finish it at any certain time stamp or whatever, but I'll finish it when I do, and yeah, I'm just let myself kind of enjoy it for, you know, whatever. Right now I have a one currently read book, and that is City of Bones, and I really want to go back into a fantasy world right now. So for the time being, I'm just gonna start reading City of Bones because that is a fantasy. I have it right here. I was talking without it in my hand. City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and this is a really great book. If you guys haven't read it, pick it up. I am only on page 164, but I really love it so much, and I've annotated the hell out of it, and like, it is definitely one of my favorite fantasies, and I already know I'm gonna give this a 5 stars. I'm literally just reading it anyway, even though I know I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I really do love it, and highly suggest it. So that's what I'm gonna go do because I can easily fly through this, and I want to make a bigger dent. My goal this week would be to actually finish this. It's a, how many pages is this? A 400 page, almost 500 page book, but I feel like I could really fly through this if I actually sat down to give myself time, because I just kind of have been just reading it with that and then not pushing myself to finish it kind of thing. So that's just that. And my last book to pick from a read is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. As you guys can see, I'm still reading through it. I'm currently on page 172, which I just am allowing myself to read this very slowly. I'm not like forcing myself to read this at any sort of pace or getting this done at any sort of time. I'm just kind of like enjoying it as it is and just reading it as it is. So that's really it. I'm not really forcing myself to get through it, and I'm still enjoying it. And surprisingly, I don't forget any of the world building or the characters or anything, any of the plot that's happening. I go a little crazy with my tabs, so I have like a little bit of a marker I made in the front the other day of what my tabs mean. So green is for information / characters, blue is sad / angry, yellow is what makes me happy, and orange is funny, and pink is romance. So I have a lot of informational tags and character tags. These are the books that I'm still in the middle of reading. City of Bones, you know, I read this pretty slowly, but I'd actually like to finish it this month if I could. I still have this much left to read, so I don't know. Right now, I know I'm not going to do enough City of Bones. I'm going to be keeping that one for sure. I obviously love this book so much. It's just, I'm taking it slowly as I'm reading it, so I'm keeping that one as I currently read. Next one is the last one, and it's a non-human main character plus a read and movie adaptation. For that one, I'm doing City of Bones. Even though I'm in the middle of it, I'm still going to just allow myself to do it just because I wanted to finish it this month. So we'll see if I get to that. Again, I am in the middle of it, not too far into it. Like, I have like all that to read, so we'll see if I get to this. For non-human character, it's Clary because she's the main character and she's non-human, which we find out in well, she's like human / not human. I would just consider her non-human, to be honest. So, that's that. I, believe it or not, picked up City of Bones last night. Yay! I'm actually really happy I got back into reading this because I didn't realize how much I missed these characters and how much I actually missed reading the story. So I'm on page 264. I read like a whole 160 pages yesterday. I was on 170 for a while, and then I made it to 164, so I almost read like 100 pages or something like that. I don't know. Like 100 some pages out. My math, no. I'm tired. So yeah, I'm like really enjoying it right now. I have to read some more tonight. I don't have to, but I want to read some more tonight. I read a part in the book where Simon has been turned into a mouse. And now friggin' Clary and Jace are trying to figure out where he's at, and the vampires took him and stuff like that. We'll be definitely reading some more tonight, especially because tomorrow is my last day of work till my break, so I'm probably just going to stay up a little bit later tonight. I don't get too confused with this, and I actually tend to remember things better with City of Bones, so that's why I'm actually really enjoying this series, and it's probably why I like reading it more. And this series already has such a good place in my heart. Have this much left of City of Bones. Like, it's so crazy. I'm really focusing on finishing City of Bones because I'd love to finish this weekend. There's so much that's happened in this book that is so different from the start, and it's just so crazy. The journey that we've gone on in this book, and I love this book so much. I still do, and I'm really anxious to get back into it. I'm at a point where I'm like really anxious with reading, so that's also kind of why I'm like hesitant on reading it right now, because it's making me kind of anxious just because something bad has happened, and I'm just like, I don't want to know what's gonna happen. So excuse me, what bitch, what? What? What the fuck is happening? What? So, I didn't get to sit and talk to you guys last night to talk about my initial thoughts on City of Bones. So last night I finally fucking finished City of motherfucking Bones by Cassandra motherfucking Clare. Bro, I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. I knew that from day one I was gonna give it that. Nothing was gonna change my mind really on that, even what I learned last night. Oh my gosh, I'm just so mad. Like, I love this book so much. Like, I can't believe this took me like almost a year to finish, but now I want to go read book 2. Like, I'm ready. I really love this book, and I cannot wait to read the rest of the series and more of Cassandra Clare's writing, because she makes fantasy so easy to understand for some reason. Like, this is my first fantasy technically that I first started. City of Bones is like my first fantasy that I ever started to read this year, and now I'm like wanting to read more fantasy and get into it. And like, I remember when I first started reading this, I just felt so wholesome and happy, and I was like, oh, I'm finally reading this series. It's like a really cool series, and I'm just like really happy that I did read this. And even though it took me so long to read, I definitely love this book. I don't know if it's like, it's not my favorite book of the year just because of the plot twist at the end and stuff like that, but it definitely is on the list of one of my favorite books this year, because it is a special one that holds a place in my heart, because it is my first fantasy technically, and I finally finished it, and I just love the characters. I literally love all of the characters so much. Like, I love Simon, I love Clary, I love Jace so much. It was a great journey.